Certified Private Wealth Advisor is the only credential aimed for advisors who are committed to serving the interests of high net worth clients.
The CPWA has helped make me more effective in my practice and the business I do day in and day out because it's allowed me to do a deeper dive on specific topics that are germane to the high net worth segment.
Well, the CPWA extends that foundation of the CIMA into areas that are really value added for the client. Tax issues, gifting issues, which are important to high net worth individuals, liquidity issues, liability management.
Today's wealthy clients are looking for advice not just on investment management, but on wealth management, more comprehensive, more in-depth examination of issues that are relevant for wealthy families. That's exactly where this idea of the CPWA educational program came from.
I think there's a lot of knowledge out there in our industry to help serve a broad set of services. There's very little aimed at serving a niche type of client who has a lot of money and needs help with their complex issues. So a CPWA program is designed by our volunteers to address issues of interest to high net worth clients: charitable planning, advanced estate planning, alternative minimum tax, the types of issues that really high net worth individuals have to face and deal with. The CPWA designation is for advisors who have clients with an excess of $5 million in net worth or up.
I think today's high net worth clients expect more from their advisors, and that's a challenge, right? It's not just help me build a portfolio or select different securities. It's help me integrate all the different complex facets of my financial life in an orderly, sensible manner.
You know, there are several organizations out there. I chose to do my designations, both the CIMA designation and the CPWA designation with IMCA, because I think it positions me best in the client. I think it's a notch up and a very good perceived value from the client perspective.
Number one, it's the ability to take your practice to a new level. If you happen to work with the ultra high net worth space, many of the characteristics and planning for that segment are different from what you may do for a typical retail client. And honestly, I think the second thing that makes it unique is IMCA's had a long-term affiliation with the Wharton School of Business. I think the addition now of the Booth School of Business there in Chicago is a wonderful addition in terms of getting access to some of the leading practitioners and academics in the business today. So that's why I think makes a CPWA, I think, a nice addition to the IMCA.
Certification programs require what we call the 4 E's. They have an experience requirement, an education requirement, an examination requirement, and an ethics requirement.
The process is rather straightforward. In fact, it parallels the CIMA process for those students, and we do see some crossover. It's almost identical. It's self-study with curriculum, with learning, with tests, with online resources along the way. It's a very rigorous process.
In 2000, I received my CIMA designation. And I noticed that it dramatically improved my ability to deal with my clients. So I decided to ante up and go for the CPWA designation, which I'm right heavily immersed in study mode right now. But it's fascinating. Estate planning, executive compensation, high-level taxation issues.
I feel fortunate to have the chance to go through the CPWA program because it's helped me to feel more confident in my day-to-day work.
As a CPWA, I now have the confidence to ask the client really on the front end, or the prospect on the front end, for their tax return. And prior to having the designation, I'm not sure I was able to deliver that question authoritatively enough, where now they see the confidence and they hand it over, or they allow me to contact their tax counsel.
The CPWA can help you grow your practice because it makes you more of an expert in the field. And I think when you deal with ultra high net worth segment, they're looking for people not with broad knowledge, but deep and specific knowledge in a few areas that are specific and pertinent to that space.